This video is for lesson 6.3, and we're going to look at circles and circumference, diameter, and radius. So the formula for circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, and pi is 3.14, but your calculator has a pi key. And what you do is you do second and then the exponent key, and that'll put pi in for you. And again, there it is. And that's just going to give you your most accurate answer. And then the r here is the radius of the circle. So remember that the radius is just halfway across the circle. Now you can also find circumference using diameter, and that would be pi times diameter. And again, diameter is all the way across the circle. Circumference is like your perimeter. It's how many steps it would take you to walk all the way around a circle. And then if you're going to find area, area is going to be pi r squared, and it has to be radius in this case. So if they give you the diameter, what you do to find radius is you divide it by 2, and that will give you the radius. All right, so those formulas again are here on the inside for you. Radius equals the diameter divided by 2. And so we can create equations to do this, and you can solve equations with your calculator using y equals. All right, so in this first one, we're going to find the circumference. So the formula for circumference again is 2 pi r, or pi times d. They give me the diameter, so this is the formula that I'm going to use. So the formula is going to equal pi times the diameter, and now I can create an equation. So I don't know what the circumference is, but I know the diameter is 10. And if you remember from our notes yesterday, anytime that you substitute a number, you need to put it in parentheses. So when you go into y equals, you're going to put stuff into y1 and y2. So y1 is the left-hand side of the equal. y2 is the right-hand side of the equal. So remember, we can't put a c in, so we put an x. And then here I would have pi times 10. And then we graph it. And so what you're looking for is where the lines cross. I don't see my other line, so I need to zoom out. All right, now I can see my other line. I can see where they intersect. So now you can do second trace 5, enter. And here is your answer. Now we're going to round to the 10th. So I'm going to round to where that 4 is. The number behind it is a 1. So that 4 is going to stay the same. So the circumference would be 31.4. So here's another circumference one. This time I have the radius. So my formula here is going to be 2 pi r. And if I substitute and create an equation, I can put a 13 in for that r. So now I have c goes into y1, and 2 pi 13 goes into y2. So this is still going to be an x. Here, though, I'm going to have 2 pi and then 13. So we graph it. And so I need to zoom out. And second trace 5. So again, we're going to round. So I'm going to round to the place where the 6 is. The number behind's an 8, so that means the 6 is going to go up to a 7. So your circumference here would be 81.7. All right, now we're going to find the area if the radius is 4.5. So the formula for area, A equals pi r squared. My equation, I'm going to substitute the 4.5 for the r, and then your y1 will be A, your y2 will be pi times 4.5 squared. So still going to use an x here because the y1 is area is my variable. And then here, I'm going to put pi and then 4.5 squared. All right. And here I get 63.61, and that would stay 63.6. All right, find the area. This time I'm given the diameter. So remember that I have to divide the diameter by 2. I need the radius. I have to have the radius. So the formula is A equals pi r squared. My equation would be pi times 4 squared. So again, we're still going to have an x here because y1 is going to be A and y2 will be pi times 4 squared. So what I can do, instead of retyping everything, so second trace 5, and I get 50.26, which would round to 50.3. All right, down here at the bottom, they're giving us the circumference, and we're going to have to find the missing pieces. So I'm looking for the radius. So that means I want to use the circumference formula that has radius. So C equals 2 pi r. This time I'm going to sub in for the C because they give me the circumference. Okay, so y1 would be 120, y2 would be 2 pi r. So here I've got 120, and here I have 2 pi, and remember we can't put an r in, oh, but I can put an x in. Let's see if I can get that out of there. All right. So second trace 5, and I get 19.09, which would round to 19.1, and this one is going to be centimeters. They actually give me a measurement here. All right, circumference now with the diameter. So circumference equals pi times diameter. The circumference is 27. And I'm looking for the diameter. So y1 will be 27, y2 will be pi times d. So y equals 27, and then pi, can't put a d in, but I can put an x. So second trace 5, I get 8.59. which would round to 8.6. And again, this is centimeters. All right, now we're going to find the radius, and we've got area. So area is pi r squared. So I have the area, so I'm going to plug that in for my A. So y1 would be the 42. y2 would be pi r squared. So pi, can't put an r, so we put an x, and then we square it. And then second trace 5, and I get 3.65, which would round to 3.7, and we're doing centimeters again. All right, one last time here. Now we're going to find the diameter. But again, our formula for area is only pi r squared. So my area is 400. So y1 would be 400. Pi r squared would be y2. So here is going to be 400. I can leave this the same. So I'm going to have to zoom out. I don't see my horizontal line here. And it's hard to see, but you can see that other curve kind of fill in there. And I get an intersection of 11.28, which would be 11.3, but I'm not done yet. I need the diameter. So the diameter is twice the radius. So I would take that 11.3 and multiply it by 2. And I would get 22.6 centimeters. And so that's it for this video.